Hi, I've just had to make my first really important speech remotely. And in the run up to this, I've thought really hard about how to do that. And I just wanted to capture that and share it for anyone who might find it useful. So I would say there's 3 things that you should do the same as when you're making any speech. And it's really important not to lose track of them. So I'll just recap them very quickly. There's one thing that's different, and I'll talk a little bit about my physical setup and how I manage all the practicalities of it. So 3 things that are the same. You need to think about the structure of your speech. Now, if you're a beginner at speech making, think about the beginning, think about the end, and basically write your speech. If you're an experienced speech maker, then everything that you've done before about what should go in the content of your speech still applies. You still need to do that work. The second thing is to think about varying the tone, volume, and speed of your speech in order to keep people's attention and keep them interested. Again, if you're a beginner speech maker, just think about having at least one change of volume and speed in your speech. That really helps. And if you're experienced, don't forget to do all of that stuff. Third thing that's the same is that you need to practice. You should always practice your speeches. When you're doing it online, you need to set up the same online format. Have a deadline to practice it, set it up sometime before so you get your speech written and you get that practice and feedback. So those 3 things are the same as for any speech, but there's one thing that's really different, and that is that most of us, when we make speeches, we don't read scripts verbatim. We work with bullet points and cards. And we do that because it gives us much greater engagement with the people in front of us. We can spend less time looking at the text and more time looking at people, making eye contact and responding in our expressions, and sometimes by varying what we're saying to really engage with them. And I love that part of speech making, but it's not there online. So it's much more important to script your entire speech. Focus on every word, make it efficient, make it powerful, and basically stick to your script with only minor variations. Right, let's look quickly at the practicalities of making a speech online. First thing is, here is my speech. This is a 5-minute speech, it fits beautifully on one page, and you'll notice the hole. The hole is here because this is gonna sit on my laptop in the groove between the keyboard and the screen, and the camera's gonna be right here. So I've just reformatted the text so that it fits, and I'm not cutting text to make that hole. So I'll just flip the camera so you can see what that looks like. So you're in your meeting. This isn't a live meeting, this is just video software. And as it becomes your turn to speak, you quickly pop your speech on here and tuck it into there. Now, you may think that picture view is blocked out or changed dramatically. It isn't. It only disappeared for a second as the paper moved across your camera. And people really won't notice that. And then as you read your speech, you can keep looking into the camera. It's really important to memorize the end, because by then your eyes are weighed down and you want to not have to look at that text too much because it looks shifty to look down. So memorize the end of your speech as much as you can, or if it's shorter than 5 minutes, of course, it can all be much nearer to the top of the page. So just to step back a little, my laptop is up so that it's not looking up my nose. That matters. I've added in a little bit of extra lighting. That's just a desk lamp so that my picture is clearer. And finally, when I flip the camera back again, you'll see that my background is decluttered. Ideally, it's best not to mess around with background effects if you can possibly manage without them. If you need them to screen out chaos in your life, then do that. But be aware that your hands pretty much disappear, so don't use gesture, just use facial expression. It's all you have. If you're going to use your hands, it should just be once and very close to your face. But if you can declutter your background, you've got more to work with in terms of gesture. That's it. As ever with speeches, you just have to put yourself out there and have a go and step off that cliff edge. And you will make some mistakes, you will make some slips, but just carry on regardless. Good luck. Bye.